Hey guys, it's Equinox here, and this is just going to be a video going over Brackenhide Hollow and basically how I route it. I'll have the MDT link down below. And yeah, we're basically going to go over how I route it, how I deal with some of the mobs, what you need to pay attention to, what melee kicks and stuff you need to use, and etc. etc. So we're going to go over that. I'm going to go ahead and press play on the VOD. So our first pull here is going to be 1 Mystic, 1 Decay Speaker, and double War Scourge. So I'm going to pause it. Double War Scourge, you need 1 range kick on each War Scourge. You only need 1 range kick. It is a like 20, 25, 30 second recast. Very infrequent. And you want to have 1 Soothe per War Scourge to stop their Rage Storm. So that could be in the form of a Rogue, a Druid, or a Hunter. So you basically want to have that, and then for Decay Speaker kicks, you need a constant melee rotation. So it's not like you can just get every single one. It's not really possible unless you have like a prop alley, which I'm playing here. And then, yeah, and basically our priest is going to be kicking in the Decay Speaker, and then we're going to be rotating kicks on the Mystic and stuff. One other mob in this thing is very important: the Claw Fighters. Claw Fighters do this thing called Vicious Claw Mangle. And they used to only target the closest person, which would be the tank, and you just let it go through, but now you cannot, and they target anybody. So you need to do stuff like Roar, Blinding Light, Leg Sweep, stuff like that to stop the cast. I don't think Rob stops it, but yeah, going to play the video so you guys see how the pull plays out. So yeah, we basically pull this together. This is going to be our Lust pull as well. We Divine Toll, kick everything in, and then you see Rage Storm right here, Soothe, stop, and then you see Claw Mangle. We're going to get a Roar here. We're going to get a Roar. That cancels all the cast. Perfect. And then there's going to be 1 on me, so we don't care about that one. And you see, I'm going to go ahead and slow it down here so you guys can see the pull a little bit better. And then we see, I'm just getting all the kicks here. This is a lot worse without prop pally, and it's a lot more stressful. So basically, your prio kick is going to be on the Mystic. The reason you prio kick the Mystic is because the Decay Surge only targets the tank. The Decay Speaker only targets tank, and the only kick you want to get on the Decay Speaker really is the Withering Burst. That's a nuke that goes on your party members. So focus, make sure you have one melee kick that, and then you use CC and kicks on the Mystic. So we're just going to play this pull out. There's Hideous Cackle. Our Hunter does not get this because he's trolling. But yeah, I bubble taunt here. And you basically get the idea is like you only need 1 ranged. And then that's the Withering Burst you want to kick, and then we have the Rage Storms again. Soothe that insta. A little tip here. So if you're in a coordinated group, this will be a little bit easier to pull off. When the War Scourge is bolstered like this, just let Rage Storm go through. You can just stand outside of its radius. It's pretty small. It's really not a big deal. I would just let it, and it's also much slower, so you can kite it a little bit easier. So yeah. I try to avoid as many casters as I can this week, so any double caster pull I try to avoid. It's really bad this week. Hunters are pretty easy. They don't do too much. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull this. Here we have, again, a Mystic. We have a Mystic, a Claw Fighter, 2 Claw Fighters, and a War Scourge. So again, CC the Claw Mangles, kicks on the Mystic, 1 range kick on the War Scourge, and Soothe on the War Scourge. And for Hunters, you need 1 CC for Bone Bolt, and it doesn't recast, and that's about it. Yeah, Mystic, you need a constant melee rotation on, and yeah, there's not really anything about that. This poll is pretty straightforward, so we're just going to fast forward. This part's pretty much just a repeat of what I said in the last poll. You just get your stops and stuff. Probably should have set an ult here. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to the next poll. So this next poll is going to be a Hunter, a War Scourge, and the Claw Fighters again. So again, all stuff you've seen before. CC's on the Claw Fighters. You're going to see here we're going to use Roar. I'm going to wait for the first Claw Mangles. There's the Soothe on the Rage Storm. So we do a Roar here. We get all 3 casts. So yeah, that's all you do. And then this poll here is 1 Mystic and a bunch of Claw Mangles. So make sure you stop those. And a War Scourge. Basically, this route's just going to be repeating the same pulls over and over. These are very easy to do pulls. There's a low CC requirement, low kick requirement. Yeah, it's just going to be the first pull is the hardest kick requirement. The rest are pretty easy. So you see here again, I'm going to continue on the theme. There's 2 hunters, a mystic, and a war scourge. So easy. 1 range kick on the war scourge, a bunch of kicks on the mystic. That's it. That's all you got to do. And you see the claw fighters. So basically keeping that theme, it's going to make this week a lot easier on you. Just keeping the low kick requirement down. So we skip past these and we do again fighters, hunters, and then a war scourge. Really easy pulls. Fast forward through this. We're going to get to the first boss soon. This is the 1 caster pack we do. So this is a prop paladin pull. I do not pull this on my monk. I only pull this on my prop paladin. The reason being is there's a lot of kicks here. There's a decay speaker, a war scourge, and 2 mystics. That's a lot of kicks. It's pretty unreasonable to expect your group to get all those. I would not do this pull on this week. Just because there's a lot of casters, and unless you're a prop paladin, it's a very hard pull. If you are a prop paladin, feel free to do this pull. It's pretty easy. You see I focus kick the mystics. Withering Burst is what I use my actual kick on. I end up missing there because I'm bad. But yeah, you basically just rotate kicks on the mystics and stuff. You see this pull is like pretty dangerous. Like this is not a like really easy pull. Then we use Vortex. That's also a trick this week. Use Vortex every single time the mobs hit 10%. They'll start running away. Really, really helpful. Keeps them grouped up. Use any CC at 10% as well if you have it. Any slows, like Crippling Poison's great this week. Ring of Frost, fantastic. Stuff like that. And then we're going to get the cage. Also a little trick we do is we use Mind Soothe to skip past cages. So basically what you can do is you can Mind Soothe here. You'll see our priest like kind of runs off after this to get cages. So we're going to do this pull. Probably should have done this with more mobs. I think we did this. Yeah, we forgot to do cages here. So we ended up having a time loss here. We kind of just derped around. Basically, our priest should be going to do cages right now. And by that, I mean he just Mind Soothes the mobs and clicks the cages with Fade Up. That's a really, really nice trick that saves you pulls. Like, you really don't need to do anything special. All right, and then we go into boss here, and then I realize we don't have the cages, so nice little time waste here. As you can see, our priest is going to go do that. He's going to Mind Soothe. Our hunter is going to go click it. I turned my camera away because I'm bad. But yeah, he basically goes over here. You see him Mind Soothe the mob. He fades past. He's clicking the cage right now, and then you see he walks out seamlessly. And then we're gonna go do the first boss now. Adjusting my mic, sorry. So this first boss, I think we kill Trick Totem first by accident, but you want to kill Gashtooth first. What you want to do is cleave them evenly till 15%, and then kill Gashtooth because he's the most dangerous one. And then you're gonna rotate kicks on Trick Totem. If you have a purge in the group, what you want to do is kick every Earth Bolt late into the cast, and then you want to purge the tides. If you do that, then you don't have to ever kick the tides, and you have more kicks in the bolts. For healing cooldowns, what we like to do is we do Druid healer CDs on the first one with Health Pot, and since we have 3 dwarfs, we dwarf the second one. If you don't have dwarfs, you want to immune the second one, and then your healer CDs will be back up for the third Gash Frenzy. And the gimmick and the order is always going to be for Gashtooth. It's always going to be Gash Frenzy on pull, then marked for Butchery, and then about 30 seconds later, they're going to do their gimmick. The gimmick is the Totem, Tank Stun, and Charge. And then right after the gimmick, repeat Gash Frenzy again. So about 2 minutes into the fight, you'll have your third Gash Frenzy. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and play it. This is easy with Prop Paladin. So here's the Gash Frenzy. So we don't have Druid ramp up yet. This is my mistake. I should have waited for it. So yeah, I lay on hand somebody there. And that's it. Super easy. Prop Paladin kind of trivialized this, but if I was on my Brewmaster, what I normally do is I pop like Fort Brew or a Trinket, and then I spam Vivify somebody with the bleed. Makes it really nice. And you see here we let that, well, our rogue actually kicked that, so try not to do that. And then so we have Blade Storm. So this is where you want your players to like kite it. If you were trying to like min-max it, they'd kite it like around the melee mob so it gets cleaved, but it's not. It's really just a live thing. Like just live on it. And here we're going to see the gimmick. So here comes the gimmick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bubble so I don't get stunned here, and I can put more damage on the totem. Our priest also mass dispels me, but this is just for like if you don't have a priest. You can bubble it off, and then you help kill the totem, and then your healer still has to dispel you. Bubble doesn't make you immune to it. It just makes you immune to the CC until it wears off. As you see, bubble falls off right there, I get incapacitated. Use tank soaks the charge. Gash Frenzy 2. So I have a free wog here. I wog somebody, and you're seeing all our dwarfs come out. So there's our dwarfs. Easy peasy. That's basically the hardest part, is getting the second Gash Frenzy down. And then, yeah, we're just going to finish this fight. Like I said, Trick Totem dies first for some reason. And yeah, and then after the mobs die, it's easy. You just have Rearer Hat Claw left. Make sure you be careful. This mob has a cleave attached to their autos. And yeah. And we're going to go to the next pull. So this is the easy part. You got past all the hard part. We're now in the home stretch, the easy mobs. Really, really simple mobs. So here we have Shapers and Elders. None of these kicks are important really, except for the Wilted Oak. The Wilted Oak does something called Necrotic Breath. That is the only deadly cast in his arsenal. So just got to make sure you kick that. Everything else really doesn't matter. Like all of this stuff is like very low damage or just completely unimpactful damage. So you see Touch of Decay, chain casting on me, fine. Also, yeah, a little lag there, but yeah. But yeah, basically, really, this whole entire area is literally just deal with the bleeds, AoE the lashers, kick the oaks. That's it. That's all you have to do. The only exception is when you get a Rot Singer. So a Rot Singer makes it a little bit tricky. You have to kill the totem and get cleanses. But if you have an Alchemist, you can just ignore the totem and chain cleanse yourself. A little tip is tanking them next to the alchemy pots. So whenever you're fighting a Rot Singer, try to tank them next to an alchemy pot, and that makes it a little bit easier. So you see here, just really nothing going on. Like this is really just simple trash. We do a lot of our trash in this area. So you see we got like 40-50% trash in the first area, and we're doing the rest in this area. Very, very simple. We're going to, we end up doing this pack. And this is the Rot Singer I'm talking about. He has one cast you need to kick. It's called, it's Withering Burst or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see here. Burst of Decay. There you go. You just need one range kick on that. And here's the totem going off. I'm dispelling our healer first. Having to make sure you have poison disease dispel in this dungeon helps a lot. But yeah, I see literally nothing special going on here. Super simple pulls. And then a little trick here. So you're gonna see I'm gonna wait for the pat because I have to. So I'm gonna tag these lashers to the right of my screen under the count. They chain a lot of mobs. So you're gonna see here. So I see it's gonna bring a crap ton of mobs. See all these all these mobs off screen? Yeah, it brings all those free percent. Makes grouping it really easy. Be really careful in grouping that pull too, because it's a lot of mobs coming in and the aggro's rough. So make sure your team understands you need to stay back. Yeah, again, just randomly kicking stuff. The only important kick here is the Wilted Oak. Everything else is very, very simple. And the next pull, I'm going to go over something. It's kind of a bug and it'll probably get fixed, but we use it. But you'll see. So we get all this done. And we're going to fast forward to the next pull. We sneak past this. We Mind Soothe because Mind Soothe is OP. And then we go up here. So here you're going to see us kind of not AoE too hard. The reason being is every lasher, the Wilted Oak spawn, give you full percent on each one. So you can literally farm 10-12% off of just this one pack. Again, probably going to get fixed, but yeah, that's what we do. So yeah, we're going to go through over this. And that's literally all we do. We just this pull takes a little while, but it's very percent efficient. You see we get a lot more than the percent that shows. We're going to go all the way to 98% here. So yeah, 98%. Okay, this boss is the tricky one. So if you do not have an immune in your group, you just need to have one person every 2 casts soak 40. You just one person. He doesn't do the Vine Whip anymore. Super simple. So you're going to see we have our rogue do it. So the first one's going to be our rogue, then I'm going to soak 2, and then our rogue's going to soak 1 again with cloak. So every 4th one, or like, yeah, every 1 and 3 more, it's cloak. So you see here, rogue eats it, he cloaks, it insta-cancels it, breaks the shield, saves you a lot of time. You can do that with Pally. Also, these decaying slimes, they change them. They no longer recast after CC, so just do 1 AoE CC per set. Super simple. Really, really easy fight. And that's it. That's the whole fight. And you're going to see I'm going to take the next one. We get one more ad spawn here, and this will probably be Fear if I had to guess. Nope, we got Roar again. That's good. He does the Vine Whip, and then I eat. And this is going to be mine. If I was smart, or if not, if I'm smart, but when I get another one, so there's going to be one more after this, it won't be in the video. But if I get one more, I'm going to get picked up and then bubble instantly. And that'll be, that'll instantly break it, and that'll save us some time. If you pre-bubble, it will not cancel it, so make sure you bubble after you get picked up. Same with Cloak. And yeah, that's it. This whole fight, super, super easy. Just remember, you take 2, then another person takes 2. You take 2, another person takes 1. So yeah, the tank always takes 2, and then someone else gets 1 every single time. We skip Stink Breath with Mind Soothe here. I fail to skip, but everyone else gets passed, so it doesn't matter. I'm just fat. So a little tip, so you see how everyone hugs the right of the bridge right here? There's stealthies, where my Omni CD is at the very end of this bridge. Just hug the right and you won't run into them. And you can skip all this trash super easy. So you're going to see how, like, just mount up and we just hug this right wall. Skip all this trash. Easy peasy. And you see this pat right here. We skip this. And then we wait for our druid. There we go. This fight's really simple. Just try to stack the traps in a wall so the hyenas walk into them. If you want to tank him in like a corner or something, that would make it a little bit easier because you could just make a wall of traps and the hyenas can never get through. It's really, really easy. So yeah, this fight's just pretty much that. There's really nothing special about this fight. There's nothing hard about this fight. I don't really have to explain too much. Try to rotate defenses on the gut shot. That starts to hurt later on, but yeah, that's the whole fight. Really, really simple. There's just not much to say. Also, don't be near the edge when gut shot comes out. Also, the bleed hurts. It's usually only the first hyenas that the bleed matters, but yeah. That's the whole fight. There's really nothing special here. I'm gonna fast forward to the end. Alright, so here we go over, we shroud the War Scourge as true sight, so we go left, we jump over, and then we Mind Soothe through. Mind Soothe and Shroud are kind of OP, so yeah, we're just going to wait here for the Mind Soothe. Going to Mind Soothe this. And we're going to pull the Rot Hexer with the boss. This is perfect percent for us, so we're going to pull that. And we're going to do it to the boss. The Rot Hexer doesn't do anything besides 1 Soothe, so super easy. So basically this boss, what you want to do, you point the frontal, and then you just drag him opposite. So I'm going to show you here. We point the frontal, and then I'm going to walk him opposite. And he's going to spawn the totem where it was. So he's going to spawn the totem where it was. Easy peasy every single time. It always spawns opposite to where he is. And I'm going to drag him again because I know Decay Strike's coming next. So he's not going to do that. And now he does Rot Burst Totem again, and it's fine. That goes away. And then we do this. Easy peasy. We're failing pretty much everything here. I fucked up the frontal there. So the frontal should have been where I am now, but a little bit to the left. So basically where the edge of the arena is. We back up here. Decay Totem. So this is where the fight starts to get a little sketchy because we mess up a bunch and we let totems go through. But yeah, again, drag him opposite right here, and he's going to spawn the totem correctly again. That's it. That's basically the whole fight. You just rinse and repeat that. We're going to have 2 deaths here. I should have spell worded someone else, but I didn't know he was dispersing, so yeah. And then we do Decay Strike, and then he does the Robber's Totem again. So you see the pattern I'm getting at is basically that. You can pretty easily, consistently replicate that pattern. Then I call that I need a little bit of help here. And then Totem again. And then he's going to do Frontal because the Frontal went away. As soon as the cloud goes away, you know the Frontal's next. So Frontal's here. And I drag him opposite because you know it's going to go clockwise. So we go opposite. Spawns it in a good spot. Easy peasy. But yeah, that's basically the whole fight. Hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys understand how to do the fights a little bit more now. It's a little bit, I try to give a little bit of an in-depth explanation. I hope you guys understand the trash. And yeah, I'll have the route linked down below. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Love you guys very much. Peace out.